Hello, my sweet friends. Welcome to DIY with Nadia, and welcome to another Wreath Wednesday. Today, I'm doing a fall candy corn wreath, and I'm labeling it easy because whether you are a beginner or an expert, this is going to be a fun wreath to make. For a candy corn wreath, I'm starting with 1 white, 2 orange, and 3 yellow. And I'm hoping we're not going to use the whole thing because we are doing something super easy. So before we begin, I'm going to take a witch's head, which is going to be our wreath base, and I'm going to give it 1 coat of this paint and primer by Krylon and then cover it with UV resistant clear. This is just so it doesn't scratch. I always do this. All right, and here's the complete wreath form. So because this is so big, I'm just going to start and kind of put it on the side and kind of work from top going down. Starting with the white Deco mesh, I wanted to basically cover the first and the second area right here. I'm just going to loop it through the center here, and I'm going to kind of give it a twist right here. Just a little twist so I can use a little Ziploc to tie it in place. And just cut off the tail. And I'm just going to continue just twisting and turning. I'm going to go inside to kind of loop it in place. Going to this one and then going back up, and you'll see it. It'll just start making sense. It's going to start creating a point at the top. And don't be stingy on this part just because we really want to make sure that that point is nice and covered. So keep on going to the top, then back to this second part so you can wrap it around. See what I'm doing there? And then I'm going to wrap it. This is going to be probably my last time on top. And then start going here. I think I'm going to take this out because it's going so nicely around. Then in here. And now we're going to start twisting and turning in this area, and you kind of just make a loop, twist it, going through to the front, to the back, and kind of just weave it in and out. And don't worry about this, we're going to cover it, but right now we just want a nice base. Now that we have a little bit, I'm going to start covering it and kind of going in smoothly. Tighten it up if you feel like it needs it. Okay, do you see the white forming? I think it's looking really good. Okay, I have my white secured here, and I'm going to come in with the orange. I didn't lock it in place. I'm going to lock both of them together. Here I'm just going to go from the other side and kind of crisscross these two right here, and then come in with my zip tie. All right, I know I'm using a blue zip tie, which is really not cool, but that is okay. This is my industrial one that was given to me by my friend. So this is not gonna go anywhere, and we are going to cover it up with this orange. It'll be just fine. Now I'm going to cut off the white, and I'm going to start going around this section and then in this one. And look at that, it's already covered where the blue zip tie is. Here where I have my white and my orange, I'm really making sure that the last loop I'm going to do is going to make a clear line so it's nice and smooth. If you see that it starts building up like this, all you need to do is make a few twists and then just do a loop, and then it'll straighten itself out. Okay, I'm moving on to orange number 2. Just the same, I'm going to twist them. All right, since there is a lot of space here, what I'm going to do is my last loop, I'm going to go around to get to this bar. Okay, grabbing my yellow, going to go in and around. Okay, I'm just going to drop this one and then try to zigzag as much as possible through the center here.
So while I'm zigzagging over there, I wanted to remind you about the inspired DIY of the day. Basically what it is a way for me to feature you and to say thank you for being part of DIY with Nadia. You send me a picture of something you made from one of my videos and I will post in my community tab. All the information will be in the description box below.
And I'm just using the same zigzag technique, but I'm going back down just to make sure I have beautiful coverage and the yellow's going to stand out. I'm done with roll number 4, about to start roll number 5. So it looks like 5 is the magic number here. I was not sure what I was going to do, but I'm thinking of simply, I'm not even joking, tying these together. Just kind of looping them because they're kind of in between and I have nothing to tie it to. And you know what? It's a strong hold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of hide this underneath, tuck it inside, and I'm going to give it a few more twists around. There you go, kind of hidden there. And then same thing, I'm going to continue twisting. I still see this here, so I'm going to go over it. And then just continue making my way down. Okay, so the rest of it, I just kind of twist it right here. And I'm going to zip tie it to this bottom one right here. Okay, and now it's time to decorate. So we have our gorgeous candy corn right here. And at the bottom, we're going to decorate with leaves. So first things first, you need some floral wire here. And then I'm going to grab 4 of these leaves right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 on each side. And we're kind of going to interlock them like this, layer by layer. So let's start with the first one. And you want to make sure that the tip that you're putting at the end is nice and not bent and that kind of thing. Because like, for example, look at this one. This one's kind of, you know, so I'm going to put this one as my second one. I'm going to put that on top, and this is going to be my first one. And then let's see here which one's prettier. This one's really nice. All right, so here is my hat. Here's the end, and the point is just to cover this up right here. And here I go, interlocking it. Just like this. Layer number 2, same thing. We're just going to interlock it. If there are leaves facing the other way, turn them around and just layer this on top. Try to get the top one even closer as you see right here. And when you're done, make sure that it's covered. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. All right, now I'm going in with my floral wire, starting at the bottom. And I'm just going to go around and kind of weaving it through, making sure we kind of loop around all the branches, at least all the middle branches. I want to save this to attach it, so I'm going to leave this one and then cut the other side really long so I can still make a few loops here. By the way, this wreath was a requested wreath, so I do want to say thank you to those who give me ideas. I can't guarantee that I'm going to make all requested, but you know, chances are if you keep on requesting, I'm gonna make one of yours, because basically I write them all down, and then the ones that I get a lot of requests on, I make those. Hence this wreath. Now we're going to do our first attachment. I'm going to turn it around, and it's easier to see where all our endings are right here. There you go. Going to twist it in place, then around this middle bar. So it's going to hold it in place. Don't worry that it's riding around. We're going to connect it in a few other places, so it'll be okay. Okay, grabbing some branches in the center. Going to give it 2 twists. Grabbing another piece of wire. I'm going to grab it in the same area. Once again, I'm going to give it 2 twists. And then what's going to lock this in place is one of these I'm going to lock down to the bottom. The other one I'm going to lock to the top. There you go. And this is where you kind of make sure you position it the way you want it. And there you go. Lock it in place. See, right here I did the same thing, and it's not gonna go anywhere. Otherwise, if you don't do both sides in the same area, otherwise it'll wobble like this. But if I start locking it in, as you can see, it can't wobble. No wobbling allowed. Okay, our leaves are attached. Now for some fun. In the comments below, let me know what you would have put in the center right here. Would it be a little bow? Would it be a pumpkin or half of a pumpkin? Would it be maybe a big sunflower? Or maybe, I don't know, some kind of a floral arrangement in the middle right here? Or maybe a bow like this. So I'm going to go for this one, but you think what you would put in the center right here, and let me know in the comments below. Now let's get started on the bow. I'm going to be using this 12-inch ruler, and this is going to be very easy, I promise. So here's what I'm going to do. 6 inches is our middle, because we're going to go 6 inches this way, 6 inches this way. Here is what you do, you guys. Put the ruler right on top of the ribbon right here. But since 6 inches is our start, I'm going to move it to 8 because I want this overlapped, and I like those 2 inches to make sure that the ribbon is nice and secure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it right here in the corner. And remember, we were starting off with the 8, just to kind of give us the 2 inches that we want as an extra. And we are just going to start going around the ruler. How simple is that? We're going to go around the ruler. And there's other 12-inch rulers you can also use, not a big deal. And then make how many loops you want. I feel like the leaves right here, they're not that big, so we don't want too many loops either. So what I want is 3 on each side. When I see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, and here is our third. Now our third, we're going to go down to 4, this last one right here, just to give it 2 inches on the other side of 6, right there. And I'm going to cut it off with the largest scissors I can find, seriously. Right there at 4. I don't know if I should laugh or cry at this point. All right, and I took it off the ruler. And as you can see, it's nice and even. And we're just going to fold it in half, just to make sure we have that center. Unfold it. And then we're going to make little cuts, tiny cuts, you guys. Tiny, 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 tiny. Just go through like this portion right here where the wire is. That's it. All you want is this to be kind of looser. It's just what happens is if you don't do these little nicks on this particular bow, what happens is all of this wire gets crunched in there and the bow just doesn't pop like it should, I guess. Grabbing some wire, and I'm grabbing a longer piece because I do want this wire to go around where it needs to go, right on the wreath. And I'm just going to go around, and of course, where the last piece where we cut it off, that's going to be our back, and then the beginning is hidden inside. And we're just going to scrunch it, no particular way, and tie it. I'm going to go around one more time. Now I'm just going to feed my wire through the top and the bottom right here. I'm going to twist it around, making sure to go around this center bar. And of course, now we come to the fun part, and that is opening up our bow. And what I like to do is kind of twist it